I just had an epiphany moment. I just found something out that most people believe to be true, but I don't think it actually is. Most people believe that in a bull market, the altcoins tend to outperform Bitcoin because there's some kind of inherent leverage in altcoins, right? Altcoins have smaller market caps, altcoins have tighter liquidity pools, so when capital flows into an asset, the smaller it is, the more it should potentially rise. Thus, the altcoin market as a whole should be expanding faster than Bitcoin whenever there's a bull market. Now, I have a measure that tries to distinguish are we currently in a bull market or in a bear market, and that's the stablecoin market cap. So I look at how much money is flowing into the crypto space, how much money is flowing out of the crypto space simply by looking at the stablecoin deposits. And we can add up all kinds of different stablecoins, right? Tether, USDC, DAI, etc. We all add them up. We get the market cap of all of those stablecoins combined. Then we know, is fiat currently deposited into crypto, generating all of those new stablecoin tokens, or is currently fiat rather getting redeemed out of crypto? So people sending their stablecoins to centralized exchanges, pulling out fiat. So this is what we can see directly on chain, right? We can see what's the market cap of the stablecoins. And whenever this is going up, then we tend to be in a bull market, money is flowing into the system, and vice versa. Now have a look at this chart. It started to go up since beginning of October, and it's a very low volatility chart, as in we can very clearly see if we're currently going up or down. So the 1st of October is where I think the bull market, the recent bull market started. Now let's have a look at two different charts combined. At the top, we see Bitcoin since that 1st of October last year. At the bottom, we see the altcoin market cap minus the stablecoin market cap. So only the volatile altcoins. And let's have a look at how much this actually went up. What we see is that Bitcoin actually went up much more than the altcoins. The altcoins in the market cap didn't even create a new all-time high. The altcoin market cap is still a third under that all-time high. Isn't that super fascinating? This tells us that this intuition that altcoins should go up much more in a bull market is actually wrong. If you simply hold a diversified portfolio of altcoins in a bull market, you're still not likely going to outperform Bitcoin. We can outperform solely by picking the right assets. So we have to be very selective. We have to still outperform the altcoin market. We have to even outperform this more than just by timing Bitcoin, right? If you're just buying Bitcoin and you hold it over the long term, you tend to outperform. Yes, there are fluctuations in the altcoin dominance, especially during the last cycle, right? When Bitcoin went from 3.5K all the way to 40K. At the end of that cycle, when the altcoins really massively outperformed, the altcoin dominance goes up, and then also the altcoins in aggregate tend to outperform. This video is sponsored by the premium membership. I never take any money from any crypto project. I never take any affiliate links from centralized exchanges. I never pump and dump coins. Instead, I offer valuable tutorials in the premium membership. Feel free to check it out. But in this recent bull run, we actually did not see that. We saw an aggregate underperformance. And the reason for this is probably not that there's no inherent leverage in altcoins. The reason is probably tokenomics, right? People take advantage of those high prices. When you are an early investor in a project, or when you are part of the team of a project, and you get your tokens allocated over time, then of course you'll take advantage of the high prices and sell during that bull market. So this finding made me even more cautious with altcoins. You really don't want to be overexposed to altcoins. You really don't want to have a broadly diversified portfolio of altcoins, even in a bull market. It makes way more sense to be hyper selective, to have a very good analytics of what to potentially hold for the short term, and then exit very quickly once there's the slightest doubt. It does not make sense to buy a project and simply just ride out the waves and hold this over the long term. There's a super high chance that Bitcoin will simply outperform that. So the main takeaway here is that we need even more of a market edge than we initially thought. Initially, what I thought is that, of course, in a bear market, we don't want to touch the altcoins, or we want to potentially short them. But in a bull market, we could potentially spray and pray, right? We could potentially have a diversified portfolio. but I'm not sure about this anymore. To outperform Bitcoin, and that should be the target of any active trading, right? Why else do we trade? To outperform Bitcoin, we have to be selecting still among the few top winners in the altcoin market. And so with Bitcoin, there is this saying, right? When in doubt, zoom out, as in the long-term trend is always positive. I think for the altcoins, we can modify this. We can say, when in doubt, get out. It's simply too few altcoins that outperform. It's simply very short time durations where some altcoins outperform. So there needs to be a very, very strong reason to actually get away from Bitcoin. And very often that reason should be temporary. It might be riding the current wave, the current momentum, the current attention wave in an altcoin. It might be that we anticipate that an altcoin gets promoted on YouTube. There can be some alpha generating opportunities, but still they are short in duration. We don't buy into an altcoin to hold it over the next 5 years, and we don't buy a basket of 30 or 40 different altcoins hoping for that to outperform, because then you're essentially just trading the altcoin market cap. And we've seen, even with this rally, where so many stablecoins went into the market, that in the end, the altcoin market did not outperform Bitcoin. If it's the first time here, feel free to subscribe. I publish this regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. Feel free to also check out the Telegram. There is a link down below to a Telegram chat. It's 100% free. Feel free to join. Cheers.